Have you ever found yourself forgetting little things more often lately? Misplacing keys, forgetting names, or struggling to recall a word right on the tip of your tongue? It's a frustrating, even scary experience, isn't it? Many of us just shrug it off, saying it's just old age. But what if I told you that some of the foods we happily enjoy every day, foods that seem harmless or even comforting, are actually quietly working against your brain? Especially once you're past that wonderful age of 60. It's not about big, dramatic changes overnight. It's about the subtle, cumulative effects of certain ingredients hiding in our favorite meals that can contribute to that brain fog, memory slips, and even increase our risk for more serious cognitive decline down the road. The good news, you have more control than you think. In this video, we're going to uncover 6 surprisingly delicious foods that many of us consume regularly, completely unaware of the quiet damage they might be doing to our precious brains. We'll talk about why they're harmful and, more importantly, what you can do about it, without giving up all the joy of eating. So, settle in, because you're going to want to watch this all the way to the end for something that will truly surprise you. Something that could change how you look at your plate forever. Let's dive right into the first culprit, one that sneaks into our diets in so many forms, often disguised as something sweet and innocent: hidden sugars, especially those found in processed foods and sugary drinks. We're not just talking about the obvious sugar you spoon into your coffee. We're talking about high fructose corn syrup, glucose syrup, maltodextrin, and all their sneaky cousins found lurking in soft drinks, packaged pastries, breakfast cereals, sauces, salad dressings, and even many healthy snacks. Our bodies are incredibly well designed to handle natural sugars found in a piece of fruit, which comes bundled with fiber and nutrients. But they're simply not equipped for this constant deluge of concentrated, refined sugars that bombard us in the modern diet, especially after 60, when our metabolism isn't as robust as it once was. So, how exactly does this sweet, seemingly harmless ingredient quietly damage your brain? Firstly, it leads to something called insulin resistance. When you constantly flood your body with sugar, your cells, including your brain cells, become less responsive to insulin, the hormone that helps shuttle glucose into them for energy. Over time, your brain cells can effectively starve, even in the presence of sugar. This link between insulin resistance and brain health is so strong that some scientists now refer to Alzheimer's disease as type 3 diabetes. It's a powerful connection that highlights just how crucial blood sugar control is for your cognitive vitality. Secondly, sugar is highly inflammatory. Chronic, low-grade inflammation is like a slow-burning fire in your brain, damaging brain cells and neural pathways. This persistent inflammation contributes to that frustrating brain fog, memory issues, and a noticeable slowdown in your processing speed. Think of your brain as a superhighway. Inflammation makes it incredibly congested and slow. Thirdly, excessive sugar intake creates oxidative stress. This is a process where unstable molecules called free radicals are produced, which then go on to damage healthy cells, including those delicate cells in your brain. It's like rust forming on a vital piece of machinery. Lastly, studies have actually shown that consistently high sugar intake is linked to reduced brain volume, particularly in the hippocampus, which is the brain's primary memory center. Imagine your memory storage shrinking. That's the quiet damage sugar can inflict. Think about that morning muffin with your coffee, the soda with lunch, the light yogurt packed with sugar, or even seemingly savory sauces like ketchup or BBQ sauce. The added sugar really piles up throughout the day. So, what can you do? Start by becoming a detective and reading food labels. Look for ingredients ending in O's like fructose, glucose, and sucrose, or terms like corn syrup, cane sugar, and malt syrup. Choose whole foods whenever possible. Opt for a piece of fruit when you crave something sweet, rather than fruit juice or a sugary snack bar. Hydrate with plain water, unsweetened tea, or black coffee. Be wary of low-fat products, as manufacturers often pump them full of sugar to compensate for flavor. And try to reduce your reliance on processed snacks. I remember my grandmother always had a sweet tooth. And while a treat now and then is lovely, a daily habit of sugary snacks can really add up over the years, quietly undermining your cognitive resilience. Moving on from the sweet side, let's tackle something a bit more savory. Found in many of our favorite crunchy snacks and fried delights, trans fats, and highly processed industrial seed oils like soybean, corn, and sunflower oil. Trans fats are artificial fats, typically created through a process called hydrogenation, and they're often found in margarine, shortening, packaged baked goods, and many fried fast foods. Industrial seed oils, on the other hand, are heavily processed and extracted from seeds using high heat, chemicals, and often bleached and deodorized. This intensive processing often creates oxidized compounds that are not natural or healthy for our bodies. Sadly, these oils have largely replaced traditional, healthier fats like olive oil, avocado oil, butter, and lard in our modern diets. Why do these fats silently damage your brain? Inflammation, again, is a major culprit. Both trans fats and the imbalanced ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acids found in most industrial seed oils promote widespread inflammation throughout your body. And critically, in your brain. Brain inflammation is a key driver of neurodegenerative diseases and contributes to a general decline in cognitive function. Secondly, trans fats are notorious for raising your bad cholesterol, known as LDL, and lowering your good cholesterol, HDL. This leads to plaque buildup in your arteries, including those tiny, delicate ones that supply blood to your brain. When blood flow to the brain is reduced, your brain cells are starved of the oxygen and vital nutrients they need to function optimally. Imagine a sluggish river trying to power a complex machine. It just won't work efficiently. Thirdly, our brain is largely made of fat, and healthy fats are absolutely crucial for the integrity and proper function of brain cell membranes. Substituting healthy fats with damaged, inflammatory fats compromises the ability of your brain cells to communicate effectively with each other. This affects everything from memory recall to processing speed. Lastly, the processing of these industrial seed oils often creates unstable molecules that cause oxidative stress, directly damaging brain cells and contributing to accelerated brain aging. Think about those delicious crispy chips, the fast food fries, many store-bought cookies and cakes, or even microwave popcorn. Even seemingly healthy whole grain crackers can contain these oils. So, what are the actionable steps? The most important thing is to avoid anything with partially hydrogenated oil or hydrogenated oil on the label. That's a direct red flag for trans fats. When cooking at home, switch to healthier fats like extra virgin olive oil for low-heat cooking or salad dressings, and avocado oil, coconut oil, or even butter or ghee for higher heat cooking. Limit your consumption of fried foods and highly processed snack foods. Try making your own baked goods so you can control the type of fats you use. And as much as possible, prioritize whole, unprocessed foods that don't come with a long list of confusing ingredients. It's not about never having a treat, but being aware that these seemingly convenient choices are often quietly building up trouble in your brain, layer by layer, year after year. Next up on our list of foods that can quietly chip away at your brain health are refined carbohydrates. Things like white bread, most breakfast cereals, pastries, and white rice. These are carbohydrates that have been stripped of their fiber, bran, and germ during processing, which are the parts that contain beneficial vitamins, minerals, and, most importantly, fiber. Because they lack fiber, they digest very quickly in your body, causing a rapid spike in your blood sugar levels. Think of it like giving your body a sugar shot, just without the actual sugar on the label. So, why are these quiet brain damagers? Firstly, they create a blood sugar roller coaster. When you consume refined carbohydrates, your blood sugar levels shoot up quickly, and then your body releases a surge of insulin to bring them back down, often too quickly, leading to a crash. This rapid up and down swing in blood sugar is incredibly stressful for your body and particularly for your brain. This instability impacts your brain's energy levels, leading to feelings of fatigue, irritability, and significant difficulty concentrating. Imagine trying to drive a car with a constantly sputtering engine. It's just not going to run smoothly. Secondly, like sugar, refined carbohydrates contribute to chronic inflammation throughout your body, including your brain. This persistent inflammation damages neurons and disrupts neurotransmitter function, which can directly affect your mood, memory, and how quickly your brain can process information. Thirdly, high blood sugar levels from refined carbs can lead to a process called glycation. This is where sugar molecules attach to proteins and fats in your body, forming harmful compounds known as advanced glycation end products, or AGEs. These AGEs accumulate in the brain and contribute significantly to oxidative stress and inflammation, effectively accelerating brain aging and potentially increasing your risk for neurodegenerative diseases over time. And finally, because refined carbs are nutritionally void, relying on them as a staple means you're missing out on essential nutrients like B vitamins, magnesium, and various antioxidants that are abundant in whole grains and are absolutely crucial for optimal brain function. Think about that morning toast, the afternoon biscuit with your tea, a large bowl of white pasta for dinner, or many breakfast cereals marketed as healthy but are actually packed with refined grains. It's easy to reach for a quick sandwich on white bread, isn't it? But making that small switch to a whole grain option is a simple way to protect your brain from these daily blood sugar shocks. Now, let's shift gears from carbs to something many of us enjoy for breakfast or lunch: processed meats like bacon, sausages, hot dogs, and deli meats. These meats are often cured, smoked, salted, or preserved with chemical additives to extend their shelf life and enhance their flavor. While they're undeniably convenient and tasty, their processing significantly changes their nutritional profile and introduces potentially harmful compounds. Why do these quiet, savory foods pose a threat to your brain? First, they contain nitrates and nitrosamines. These are common preservatives used in processed meats. While nitrates themselves aren't always bad, they can convert into highly damaging compounds called nitrosamines in the body. Nitrosamines are known carcinogens and have been linked to oxidative stress and inflammation in the brain. They can also interfere with the production of nitric oxide, which is vital for healthy blood vessel function and ensuring good blood flow to your brain. A compromised blood supply means your brain isn't getting all the oxygen and nutrients it needs. Second, processed meats are notoriously loaded with sodium. Excessive sodium intake is a major contributor to high blood pressure, or hypertension, which is a significant risk factor for stroke and reduced blood flow to the brain, both of which severely impair cognitive function and can lead to memory loss. Your brain needs a steady, unimpeded blood supply to function optimally. Third, many processed meats are high in unhealthy saturated fats, and sometimes even hidden trans fats from their cooking or processing. As we discussed earlier, these unhealthy fats promote widespread inflammation and contribute to arterial plaque buildup, further restricting that crucial blood flow to your brain. Lastly, the high-heat cooking methods often used for processed meats, like grilling bacon until it's crispy, can significantly increase the formation of those advanced glycation end products, or AGEs, that we talked about earlier. These AGEs contribute to oxidative stress and inflammation right in your brain, accelerating its aging process. Think about that weekend bacon fry-up, the ham and cheese sandwich you grab for lunch, sausages at a barbecue, or pepperoni on your pizza. It might seem like a small thing, but consistently choosing lean, unprocessed proteins over processed meats can make a real difference in protecting your brain's delicate vascular system and reducing overall inflammation. This next one might surprise you, especially if you've been trying to make healthier choices by avoiding sugar. I'm talking about artificial sweeteners, found in diet sodas, sugar-free candies, and many light or zero-sugar products. Aspartame, sucralose, saccharin. These chemicals are designed to provide sweetness without the calories of sugar. They're marketed as a guilt-free way to cut down on sugar. But their impact on our bodies, and particularly our brains, is far from neutral. So, how do these seemingly innocent substitutes quietly damage your brain firstly? There's growing research suggesting that artificial sweeteners can negatively alter your gut microbiome, the vast community of beneficial bacteria in your intestines. A healthy, balanced gut microbiome is absolutely crucial for brain health, influencing everything from your mood to your cognitive function through what's known as the gut-brain axis. When your gut is out of balance, it can lead to systemic inflammation and impaired nutrient absorption, both of which directly impact your brain. Secondly, artificial sweeteners can cause metabolic confusion. Your brain is smart. When it tastes sweetness, it expects calories to follow. When those calories don't arrive, as with artificial sweeteners, it can confuse your metabolic processes. This confusion may potentially lead to increased cravings for real sugar, contribute to weight gain, and even lead to insulin resistance over time, the very problems we're trying to avoid by choosing these sweeteners. Thirdly, some studies suggest certain artificial sweeteners may have direct neurotoxic effects, particularly with long-term high consumption. While research is ongoing and complex, there are concerns about their potential impact on neurotransmitter balance, which controls mood and cognition, and the overall health of your brain cells. And finally, from a psychological perspective, consistently relying on artificial sweeteners can reinforce a craving for intense sweetness, making it harder for your palate to appreciate the natural, subtle sweetness of whole foods like fruit. This can subtly steer us away from truly nourishing options. Think about your daily diet soda, the sugar-free yogurt, your chewing gum, certain protein powders, or even some sugar-free medications. What can you do? Gradually reduce your intake of all intensely sweet things, both real sugar and artificial sweeteners. Work on retraining your palate to appreciate less sweetness. Opt for plain water, unsweetened tea, or black coffee instead of sugary or artificially sweetened beverages. When you crave something sweet, choose whole fruits, which come with fiber and natural nutrients, and read labels carefully. Artificial sweeteners are hidden in many unexpected places. It's a powerful step to break free from the cycle of intense sweetness. Whether from sugar or artificial substitutes, your brain will thank you for allowing it to reset and crave truly nourishing foods. Finally, let's address something that's deeply ingrained in many cultures and often enjoyed socially: alcohol, particularly when consumed in excess. A glass of wine with dinner might seem harmless, and for some, it is. But after 60, our bodies process alcohol differently than they did when we were younger. Our liver may not be as efficient at breaking down alcohol, and our body composition changes. We tend to have less total body water and relatively more fat. This means alcohol stays in our system longer and affects us more profoundly, even at lower doses. What might have been considered moderate at 40 could easily be excessive at 70. So, how does alcohol quietly damage your brain as you age? Firstly, alcohol is a direct neurotoxin. This means it can directly damage brain cells, affecting their structure and function. Chronic, heavy drinking is consistently linked to brain atrophy, which is a fancy word for brain shrinkage, and a loss of white matter, which is crucial for communication between different regions of your brain. Imagine your brain's processing power and communication lines slowly deteriorating. Secondly, alcohol significantly interferes with the absorption and utilization of essential brain nutrients, especially B vitamins. Like thiamine, these vitamins are absolutely vital for memory, cognitive function, and preventing certain neurological disorders. Chronic deficiency can lead to serious and irreversible brain damage. Thirdly, alcohol triggers systemic inflammation and oxidative stress throughout your body and brain. This sustained assault contributes directly to brain cell damage and accelerates the overall aging process of your brain. Fourth, while alcohol might initially make you feel drowsy, it severely disrupts the quality of your sleep, particularly the crucial REM sleep stage. REM sleep is critical for memory consolidation, learning, and allowing your brain to repair and regenerate. Poor sleep is a major, often overlooked, contributor to brain fog, poor concentration, and memory issues. Fifth, impaired balance, judgment, and coordination from alcohol significantly increase the risk of falls, which can lead to head injuries, and head injuries can be devastating for an aging brain, potentially accelerating cognitive decline. And finally, many medications commonly prescribed after 60 for conditions like high blood pressure, diabetes, anxiety, or sleep can have dangerous interactions with alcohol, magnifying its negative effects on the brain and overall health. Think about that nightly glass or two of wine, regular consumption of beer, or cocktails at social gatherings. The key here is excessive and regular when it comes to the quiet damage it can inflict on your brain. What can you do? Reevaluate your alcohol consumption. Consider if your current intake is truly moderate for your aging body, rather than what you consumed decades ago. Practice mindful drinking. Savor a drink. Don't just consume it out of habit. Incorporate alcohol-free days or even weeks. Choose lower alcohol options or smaller servings when you do drink. Always hydrate with water between alcoholic drinks to help your body process it. And most importantly, if you take medications or have underlying health conditions, consult your doctor. They can provide personalized advice on alcohol consumption that is safe for you. It's not about judgment, but about understanding that as we age, our body's relationship with alcohol changes. Making informed choices can powerfully protect your brain and your ability to enjoy life to the fullest. So, we've explored 6 common and often delicious foods that, while seemingly innocent, can quietly chip away at your brain health after 60. We talked about how the hidden sugars in processed foods can lead to brain inflammation and insulin resistance, how trans fats and industrial seed oils clog up your brain's pathways and cause widespread inflammation, and how refined carbohydrates create a draining blood sugar roller coaster that can leave your brain fatigued. We also looked at how processed meats bring harmful nitrates and excess sodium that damage your brain's delicate blood vessels, how artificial sweeteners can confuse your metabolism and gut-brain connection, and how excessive alcohol acts as a direct neurotoxin that can cause brain shrinkage and nutrient depletion. Now, I know this might feel like a lot to take in, and perhaps a little overwhelming. But please, don't feel discouraged. The wonderful thing is that small, consistent changes truly add up to make a monumental difference in your cognitive health. You don't have to overhaul your entire diet overnight. Start with just 1 or 2 changes that feel manageable and sustainable for you. Maybe it's swapping out your sugary morning cereal for plain oatmeal with berries and nuts, or choosing to bake your own healthy snacks instead of buying packaged ones, or simply cutting back on that second glass of wine a few nights a week. Every conscious choice you make to nourish your brain is a victory, and each one builds momentum. Your brain is incredibly resilient, and it has an amazing capacity to heal and thrive when given the right support. By making these mindful adjustments to what you eat, you're not just preventing future problems, you're actively building a stronger, sharper, more vibrant brain right now. You're investing in clearer thinking, better memory, and a greater ability to enjoy every precious moment with your loved ones, to learn new things, and to stay engaged with the world around you. I'd love to hear from you. Have you noticed any changes in your own brain health? And have you linked it to any foods you've been eating? Or perhaps you have a wonderful healthy swap that you swear by. Or a tip for reducing reliance on these brain-damaging foods. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your insights could be incredibly helpful and inspiring to someone else on their journey to better brain health. If this video has resonated with you, if it's given you something valuable to think about and implement, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps this information reach more people who can benefit from it. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to our channel. We're here to bring you more practical, encouraging advice to help you live your best, most vibrant life at every age. Remember, age is truly just a number when it comes to vitality and sharp thinking. Your brain is a magnificent organ, and with the right fuel, it can serve you beautifully for decades to come. Take good care of it. Live your best life with a clear and happy mind at every age.